What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Starfield, where we are still over here on Unearthed. On Earth, as well. Looking for the... I'm guessing an artifact, considering the logs we listened to in the last video.
Something close.
Damage. All systems.
Took one! Looks like things are getting interesting.
Yeah, interesting. Definitely.
Just don't tell Cora about this one.
I don't really tell anybody about anything. Not that one.
Grab everything useful. I could really bend your ear when you got a moment.
View, control rod. Let's leave that alone. Already running out of space. Can't do that. Follow the wires. Got a yellow going this way. So do I have to go into that room? I think I might. There. Boom, boom. I need 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Top row. Then this one. Guess I could have just come over this one. Officially out of space again. Come on. Let's throw that away. Throwing a lot of stuff away.
Just how far does this complex go?
Pretty far, apparently.
Project Log, Dr. Victor Isa. We turned on the prototype today. The gravitational field around it began to fold as we long suspected. Complete reversal of gravitational pull was observed on dozens of loose objects around the lab. I'm setting up a meeting with the directors to propose a larger test. The prototype proves we don't need the original anymore, but further work is going to have to take place in space. Somewhere with abundant helium-3 and with a civilian partner. Someone with access to large-scale manufacturing resources and computational equipment. Engineering gravitational folds pulling the far side of the solar system closer to us. It's all going to be possible.
Project Log, Dr. Judith Tatian. I watched the gravjet tests from the moon today. It was the first time we were able to talk to the team at Nova Galactic directly. So many things were under wraps before, but now everyone wants all the publicity they can get. I'm already seeing proposals for manufacturing androids of drives. operations to Alpha Centauri and beyond. It's also overwhelming and worrying. It could take years, decades, before we know what all these side effects of operating a grav drive can be. But no one wants to hear that right now. Like a bunch of pioneers racing towards the edges of the frontier without knowing about the grizzly bears in the mountains.
Okay, security procedures. Check all badges before allowing access. Yes, even generals. Don't care how angry they get. These are direct orders from the Secretary. Absolutely no phones or recording devices. All written materials, clipboards, and notebooks are to be checked on exit from the labs. Confiscate anything with confidential information on. Where are we going next? We are going that way. Check out this door first. Never mind. Same thing.
I wonder what they stored here. We're getting close to the good stuff, I can tell. You got time for a quick chat? I appreciate it.
There's a cuttable wall on the other side. I did the auto, and it doesn't seem to have... Never mind. There we go. Maybe? Yeah, the auto doesn't seem to have done it properly. Because I am now missing. Okay. That thing. One, two. I think I just ended with the same one. It did. Okay, give me one moment while I get this done. Okay. Fine. I am heading down that way, so let's go ahead and go this way. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully this is the right one.
When you got a moment.
I don't think this is the right one. Need to be slightly down. Guess we're going here. A lot of lockpicking. Prototype drive. Please be careful whenever running power through the prototype. Secure all loose objects and have researchers empty pockets and remove jewelry, watches, etc. Reminded that the core of the drive contains a specimen that is irreplaceable, and all data is under the strictest clearance. Exercise all caution with all research materials and ensure information does not leave this lab.
I never actually got to visit your labs back when we were working on the grav drive projects.
Seems like ancient history now. Only thing we're doing these days is launching weather satellites.
Guess this is as good a retirement as any. Now, Project Demeter, you want our help manufacturing scanners to better track these new meteorological patterns we're seeing.
Our guess is that the poles might be naturally shifting, causing some gravitational fluctuations that are throwing off our old models.
Why do you need the scanning tolerances to be so small? What are you trying to find?
I just want to be sure. It's not like we're doing much these days anyway. The glory days are over. Why not give ourselves a challenge before they write us off in the history books?
This one's not a speaking one. As requested, the astrophysics research team has done a full analysis of the data you provided us. The measurements of the Earth magnetosphere show clear signs of fluctuation, often in correlation with the periods of frequent and large gravity wave spikes emanating from the Moon. These gravity waves seem to be affecting the magnetic shield provided by the Earth's inner core and may be affecting the core itself, given the proximity to the source. The data indicates the change rate is increasing exponentially. As our magnetosphere falters, its ability to protect us from the sun's solar wind falters. Beyond the devastating effects of solar radiation, this will lead to something more dire: the sputtering or stripping away of our atmosphere. This has happened before, to Mars, a planet studied since the earliest days of space. That's a lot. To see the Earth's possible future, we are afraid this future may be closer than we ever thought imaginable. Some may view this data as normal. There have been historical fluctuations and polarity changes of Earth's core, but this is orders of magnitude greater. We see echoes of previous generations debates over global warming, and we want the science... Need to take a breath. I want the science here to be clear, like waves in the ocean. These gravity waves rise and eventually crash into shore. The Earth, with devastating consequences. Dr. Luke Andrews, Art Chief Scientist. It's a lot.
I know what I'm seeing, Victor. The data coming back from the satellites is very clear. It's the grav drives.
All those jumps from the Moon. At this rate, Earth's atmosphere
fixed?
I'm working on some designs that should discreetly solve the problem, under the guise of an emergency update to the fueling pumps.
We're talking about the end of Earth, and you're trying to be subtle about it.
Judith, the last thing we need is people losing faith in grav drive technology. That might be our only option.
To what? Are you seriously saying we should abandon Earth?
The timeline is under 50 years. A blink of an eye for a planet, but more than enough time for a human exodus.
And what do we tell people?
We say it's an act of God, one that science has found a solution for. Time for humanity to take its place in the stars.
You knew, didn't you? You lied to me. All this time, I dedicated my life to this discovery, Victor. And you knew we were going to kill off our planet?
You haven't seen the future I've seen. There's an infinite expanse of promise out there. A meteor could hit Earth, a plague, another world war. Colonizing other galaxies secures humanity's future for all coming generations, across all time.
At the expense of our home.
Stop it, both of you! All that matters is building enough ships to get everyone off this planet. And we need to start now.
I'll draft up a statement. We'll need to address the entire international community. I'm sorry, Judith.
There isn't a planet in this universe that will be far enough away from you, Victor. We are never speaking again after this is over.
Okay.
My name is Dr. Victor Isa. And if you're listening to this, then you probably already know the truth. I was young when I first headed the retrieval team of an odd gravitational anomaly on Mars. But I kept what really happened that day hidden from everyone except one other person. Even she didn't believe me at first. But I have no reason to lie to anyone now, so I hope you'll accept this confession, whoever you are. When I touched the anomaly, I experienced 12 days of lost time. I met myself. He told me everything that has since come true. The grav drive equations, the tests on the moon, Earth's atmosphere sputtering away because of what we had done. But he also told me about a city thriving on a planet orbiting a distant star. Human culture, art, music, lifestyles evolving and shining brightly across all of space. What price would I be willing to pay for that future? Maybe you don't believe me. Maybe Judith was right and I'm just a coward who wants to believe his mistakes were justified. But everyone has forgotten about the real origins of the grav drive, this artifact from Mars. I hope you make better use of it than I did.
Constellation, we've arrived on the surface of Earth. We need to discuss what you found.
And it looks like other Starborn got here before us. So, you might have company.
Where's that next guy? Is he up?
Time and space fold! You
Out of ammo. Need to reload. I wish I could loot these guys.
The test continues.
Incoming!
You have...
How on earth do you do that?
With skill. I'm going the right way. Did I miss anything? No. Nope.
I will obliterate you myself.
Will you now? I'd rather not embrace death if you wouldn't mind. Some sort of shielding thing.
Me and my friend here are gonna get two banners. I know you are here.
Do you now? I got snuck around most of them. Unintentionally. Mostly lost. Hello, Emissary. And Hunter.
Do you understand now why I asked you to come here? The artifacts unlocked the secret of interstellar travel. At the cost of Earth.
An easy trade, honestly. Why have one world when you can have all the settled systems?
Problem is, I kind of agree with both. Let's go with the second one for this one, though. I agree. Humanity's destiny was the stars anyway.
Don't you see? The power of the artifact forced humanity to the stars. They didn't get to make a choice. How many would have chosen Earth? What gave Victor Isa the right to choose for them?
You see the hypocrisy in what the emissary is saying, right? They don't want to rob people of their free will, but then they steal the artifacts for themselves.
In the wrong hands, the power of the artifacts can make anyone a tyrant. That's why we watch over them. The only thing you are watching out for is yourself.
Yeah, let's go with the Hunter. Hunter's right. Only real rule is who gets all the artifacts first.
Finally, common sense.
Don't do this. Even if you agree with the Hunter's methods, he's only looking out for himself.
Oh, I think we all know that. But I want you to succeed. You've never gotten this far before. I need to see what happens to you.
So in my original playthrough, I actually went to the Unity on my own. But for this one, I think we'll go with the Alliance with the Hunter. Seems like a winning strategy.
Yes, I also like picking winners.
Fine. You two have made your choice. The usual place?
The buried temple. Oh yes, we'll be there.
I'm sorry it's come to this.
You and I better have a chat. Talk through the next steps. I have a little favor I want to ask you, too.
Okay. Let's hear about this favor.
Keeper Aquilus, my illustrious counterpart. He's a loose end that needs tying.
Isn't he you? Why murder him?
First, he led you to my meeting with the emissary. Now, that's turned out well for me, but it's hardly good to have someone who knows your secrets hanging around. Second, I don't like him. You'll understand once you've been through a few times. Other versions of yourself have a habit of being distasteful.
Sure. Say no more. He's dead.
Let me take in this moment. It's not every day you get to send an assassin after yourself. Good luck.
Not a problem. It's my ship. It's all the way over there. Okay. And I think we'll be ending there for the day. So, thank you for watching. And as always, have a great day. We'll see you next time.